We're gonna do some buckwheat, half an acre of buckwheat with 150 pounds of triple 19. We plowed it and disked it. It needs a lot more disking. This spring has been very wet. Trying to avoid disking when it was as wet. And here it is, Memorial Day weekend, Sunday evening. We got an inch of rain coming tonight. And after that, a couple more days of rain and then it quits. So this is it. I'm gonna put this 150 pounds down in the half acre, and then we'll go ahead and get cranking and disc it in with the discs here. That's pretty good right there. Easy, easy, easy. It's only a half acre. It'll be fine. We'll have plenty of material. We're gonna go ahead and disc in as much of this fertilizer as we can, and spread the seed and disc the seed in. And I found another leak on the tractor. We have about 7 acres here that I disked and plowed and disked. We put in 22 tons of ag lime, and now I'm about to put down 20 pounds of buckwheat on my half acre buckwheat plot. I don't have time to be fiddling with the strings, folks. It's 7, I don't know what time it is, but it's getting late and the rain's coming. How much does this thing weigh empty? Tear. I need my tear weight. 2.5 pounds. So I need 22.5 pounds. Stop. 21.9. 22 pounds. We're gonna go ahead and disc this in. So this is it's like a 5-day update on this. You can see it coming up very nicely. There. There's some weeds. Hopefully this outcompetes the weeds, but it's really coming up. Moving target. I was able to hit. Yeah, they won't move this, I don't think, because they're not going to care. It's going to be the beans. This is on June 30th, so it's been planned for a while, but it is mowed right down. I mean, they've been in here. It's just everywhere. Now if you come down here though, this is how I know. I mean, you can tell that it's been mowed down, but here's how high it's supposed to be. I'm glad I put this up. So she's just starting to flower. Not that high though. 18 inches right here at my thumb. It's supposed to be 33. I measured it. That's 33 inches right there. And I believe this was 44 days ago we planted this on. We planted this May 26th, I believe. So what happened was we did have a very dry June, and it just really didn't do a whole lot for most of the month of June. We got some rain, and I've been watching the exclusion cage, and it really started taking off. But the problem is we fenced in the beans, and we have way too many deer here, and they've been in here every night. Just, I don't know, I think I've counted 8 or 10 at one time, and that's just what's on the camera. So all that we have left are these little straws everywhere. That's it. So we have that, and there is a little bit growing. Well, let me find a spot where there's more buckwheat than goldenrod. But here you can see where it's kind of growing off the side. It's sending up some more leaves. But that's all they're gonna do is just continue to eat this until eventually you see these weeds here, this Indian hemp. This all needs taken out. You can see like the lighter colored, it almost looks shiny in the sun. That's the buckwheat. Those are the buckwheat leaves. That's all that we have left here. What we did was I think it's been about a week or two. We came in here, and this wet spot here that was always wet every time I showed like my drone pictures. It was always a big chunk of grass, and it looked terrible all around it because I kept getting stuck almost. So I would try to plow, and then I'd get stuck, so I'd have to move, and it looked pretty rough. But with that drought in June, we were able to come in here after Kurt and I went to the auction, and he bought a plow, planter, and a rake. So we came in here, tested out the plow. We got it all plowed up and planted the remaining buckwheat. So I bought a 50-pound bag of buckwheat this spring for 50 bucks. And we put 20 pounds down on this little half acre here. And then I put the rest, this is 8/10 of an acre, all tilled up, but it's split. This here's all buckwheat, which is a half of an acre. I made sure I measured it out, and you can see it coming up already. It's growing nice. And with this being a wet spot, it's definitely staying wet, getting a lot of heat and sun that we've had this last week or two. It's really starting to warm up now that we're into July. But if you see these yellow flags, that's where it's split. And then over here we have the remaining in oats. That's it on the buckwheat. The deer definitely loved it. Well, they loved the beans. I think their preference is beans, buckwheat, oats, corn, and then the sorghum last. I do have sunflowers in amongst a bunch of ragweed, but they're fenced in. They ate those just about as quick as they did the beans. But we fenced the beans off, so they all came over here and went after the buckwheat. But we're gonna turn all this into soybeans. We're gonna fence it in along with that buckwheat and those oats. So we're getting to the point where we're gonna have to fence in the whole 10 acres, but we just have too many deer. We have got to shoot some does this year, period. That's a shame. I thought we would have all kinds of flowering buds and everything for the pollinators, and there's not a flower in this field right now. There's bugs, because I have flies flying in my eyes, but not like I thought, not like I imagined. So we're gonna go ahead, disc this up and test out the new planter. To give you an idea of how many deer are out here, let me just put it on 5X, okay? There's one. I don't know why it's not focusing. There's one up there. There's 2, 3, 4. There's Kurt. And then 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and there's number 24. So there's 24 deer out here right now.